I'm Elliot Kleinberg, and this is Something Went Horribly Wrong, a blog about bad writing and how to fix it. Segment 35, Sports, Clichés, Malaprops, and Chronic Mistakes. Many of our closest friends are sports writers. For years, my dad wrote for and later ran the sports department at the old Miami News. We understand how hard it is to write something clever and original when you're the baseball writer covering the second game of a 3-game series in August between two last-place teams. And frankly, you are bombarded by athletes, coaches, and fans who regularly throw around cliches or repeat errors or bad grammar or just dumb phrases. And malapropisms. We salute comedian Norm Crosby, the king of the malaprop, who died in November 2020. A malaprop is a word that mistakenly is used in place of one that sounds familiar. Crosby did it for comedic effect. The New York Times cleverly opened his obituary with, "He spoke from his diagram and related many funny anecdotes, often to a standing ovulation." But we're guessing many writers use malaprops out of ignorance. And don't forget twisted phrases made legendary by people such as baseball's Yogi Berra. You know, when you see a fork in the road, take it. So when it comes to sports, avoid bad writing. Be brave. Number 1, the pitcher has been scuffling his last few games. This horrible malaprop must have snuck into the country with the coronavirus. What the headline writer wanted to say is that the pitcher has been struggling, as in not doing so great. A scuffle is a fight, usually just shoving, between two guys at a bar. Number 2, pushing and shoving. It's pretty much redundant. A shove is a push that's a little more forceful. If you're talking about what happens in a baseball game after a pitcher throws at a batter's head and players come running out, shoving will do it. Number 3, bench clearing brawl. Well, not only is this a brutal cliche, it's nearly always wrong. If people pour out of the dugouts, but they're just pushing and shoving, or maybe just shoving, that's not a brawl. To have a brawl, you need some serious punches thrown by a lot of people. Number 4, a walk-off homer. Now, this one isn't so much wrong as misplaced. In baseball, in case you didn't know, in the bottom of the 9th inning, if the score is tied or if the home team is behind, it gets a last chance. If it then wins, it's called a walk-off. But most fans presume the term refers to the winners. It doesn't. It's the visiting team that must walk off in defeat while the home team celebrates. Number 5, Stanton had 6 RBIs. Now, RBI is short for runs batted in. Since you can't say Stanton had 6 RBI, you just say he had 6 RBI, or he batted in 6 runs. Number 6, they left it all on the field. All of it? Yeah. Number 7, this offense is untracked. On track. Yes, football announcers actually have said untracked. Number 8, this is a real tweet. Browns cut safety after threatening to kill fans and fight reporters on Twitter. This is misplaced modifiers gone amok. So first, the NFL football franchise threatened to kill fans. Then it threatened to fight reporters on Twitter. I'm not sure how that works. And then it fired one of its players. You know, it takes real talent to jam so many grammatical mistakes into one sentence. Here's what they meant. Browns cut safety who threatened on Twitter to fight reporters and kill fans. There. Now it makes sense. And it has one fewer word. And it's also reordered, so it ends on the punchline, killing fans. Number 9, Don Shula was an NFL head coach from 1963, Hyphen, 1995. He was in 3 Super Bowls between 1971, Hyphen, 1973. Well, the hyphen stands for both from and to, so the word from is redundant. The best way is to say Shula coached from 1963 to 1995. Same thing with between. Just say he was in 3 Super Bowls between 1971 and 1973. Number 10, the Red Sox clinched a win on the last play of the game. The White Sox clinched the playoffs on the last game of the season. Both are impossible. A team clinches when it puts itself in a position where it is guaranteed a win or a playoff berth before the game or the regular season is over. You cannot clinch unless play remains. If you win the game on the last play, or you get into the playoffs on the last play of the last game, you won. Next time, one word or two. I'm Elliot Kleinberg. Visit www.ekfla.com. That's ekfla.com.